I can do this all day, says Captain America. This is a man who believes that if you get knocked down 1,000,000 times, you get up 1,000,001 times. Actually, I didn't know much about Captain America back then. I knew him from a close friend of mine who's head over heels on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The MCU, independently produced by Marvel Studios, are based on characters that appear in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. Captain America wears a costume bearing an American flag, and he utilizes a nearly indestructible shield which he throws as a projectile. Captain America is the alter ego of Steve Rogers, a frail young man enhanced to the peak of human perfection by an experimental serum to aid the United States during the World War II. What's really amazing? The serum not only enhances his physicalities but also his personality as well. The serum would make bad traits worse and the good ones better, which is why it was so important to pick a person who was inherently good. This is probably why Steve is so willing to sacrifice himself over and over again to save the people. Did you know that he wasn't actually an original member of the Avengers? The first team included Iron Man, Ant-Man, Hulk, Thor, and the Wasp. He actually didn't join the team until the Avengers happened to find him in the ice, and once he was defrosted, he became an Avenger. The writer, Joe Simon, conceived the idea for Captain America and made a sketch of the character in costume. But actually, at first, he wrote the name Super American at the bottom of the page. But eventually, later on he said, no, it didn't work. There were too many supers around. Captain America has a good sound to it. There weren't a lot of captains in comics, and that was easy. The boy's name is coined after my friend Bucky Pearson, which was a star on our high school basketball team. Captain America's shield is his primary weapon. This shield is composed of a unique vibranium and proto-adamantium alloy, which means it is virtually unbreakable. But hey, was it really indestructible? Actually, Thanos destroyed Captain America's shield in Avengers Endgame by hitting it with his double-bladed sword several times during the final battle sequence. So if you thought Cap's shield was unbreakable, well, we were all wrong, because Thanos broke it with a sword. One thing I liked most about Captain America was that he didn't stop unlocking his full potential. Despite gaining supernatural powers after he was chosen for the Super Soldier Project, he still remained humble and goes on to fight in the war alongside his fellow soldiers. It doesn't matter if we aren't the strongest or the best person in our field. We all have different capabilities, and we shouldn't let others define who we are. Also, Captain is not afraid to admit that he is wrong. It's one thing to have integrity, but if you're unwilling to accept criticism, you will lose the respect of your team, your friends, and even your family. Did you remember the scene where the soldiers were tasked to get the flag down the pole during their course trail? All the other trainees hurried and bumped each other, trying to climb the metal pole and to retrieve the flag on top. Did you know that for the entire military training, nobody got the flag down in 17 years? But what did our hero do? Well, he unscrewed the bolt, pulled out the metal rod, causing the pole to collapse. It's always good to have a teachable heart, and no one actually knows everything. There's always one lesson or two that we can learn from that person sitting beside you in school, that guy you saw on the corner at a fast food chain, or even to the street vendors you see while walking down the road. Captain America's ability to admit that he is wrong makes him likable to the other team and makes him respectable as a leader. Because before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. Another line that strikes me most about Captain is this: the price of freedom is high. It always has been, and it's a price I'm willing to pay. And if I'm the only one, then so be it.